One morning, Gordon was in the yard taking on coal, his third load of the day.
Hurry up, Gordon. You've been under that coaling chute more times than you've been pulling the express. Some would say you're being rather gluttonous.
I'm an important engine. I pull the longest train on the island. I doubt an engine like you would understand, little James. James was furious and went about his work. Later, Gordon then went off to take on water. He had to take on water from the yard's hose because the water tower was under repair due to rust damage. Just then, Devious Diesel rolled by, arranging a train of his own. His exhaust vent pumped out black smoke all over. Careful, oiler. I'd hate to get dirty after only just having a washdown.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gordon. I didn't really see you there, to be honest. However, you shouldn't be drinking that water. I've heard it gives engines boiler ache.
Ha! What is this? Educating Gordon Day? First James, now you. You smaller engines are just irritating. I could outwork all of you even without my tender.
I'm sorry, but no amount of tenders can save you from the inevitable, Gordon.
What are you blabbering about?
Oh, haven't you heard? Steam engines all around the mainland are being withdrawn. No longer useful. No longer allowed to run. All being replaced by modern engines, like me.
Nonsense. We engines are pride of the line. We've made our mark in the history books with our speed and remarkable agility.
Not anymore, old-timer. But do you know what the best part is? Since the steam engines are no longer being used, rather than simply letting them waste away in the sheds and sidings, they are taken to the yards far away, where they are scrapped. That's right, cut up, melted back down, and used to build something more modern, stronger, and faster. The only thing suitable for a useless weapon.
An outraged Gordon wished steam at Diesel. That is quite enough, you rattlebox. I've had it with you and your lies. I haven't time to sit and dawdle with you. I have my very important trade to take, something that you little diesels will never understand. Gordon scoffed as he left Diesel in a cloud of thick white steam. Deep down inside, Gordon couldn't shake off that feeling lingering in the back of his smokebox, that what Diesel said may have been true indeed. The fat controller noticed Gordon's weary expression as he backed down onto the express. Cheer up, Gordon. It's not like you to seem so unhappy. I can't, sir. Is it true what Diesel says? What has he said this time? As if you can trust an engine like him with his past conduct. Is it true, sir, that steam engines are being withdrawn and scrapped on the mainland? Yes, Gordon. What, sir? That can't be! All my Doncaster brothers and sisters being out in line for the cutter's torch? I'm afraid so, my dear engine. Oh, no. Gordon murmured sadly in a soft, defeated moan as he departed with the midday express. But after that day, Gordon was never the same. He felt as though his world was crumbling after hearing the demise of his brothers and sisters. The others could see it in his work as well. He wouldn't pull his express as fast, and on some days, he wouldn't steam altogether. He felt miserable, and this caught the Fat Controller's attention. Let me see here. No. Oh! There is another! Okay, here's my telephone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Aha! Yes, hello. This is Sir Stephen Topham-Hatt. May I speak with Mr. Pegler, please? Hello. Yes, Mr. Pegler? I am Sir Topham-Hatt, the controller of the Northwestern region of British Railways. Congratulations on your engine. A real historical gem he is. Well, one of my engines is a Pacific as well. I was wondering if you would be interested in bringing him to Sodor. Come on, old boy. Your brothers wouldn't want to see you like this now, would they? It doesn't matter. They can't see me any longer, can they? All my hard work means nothing in the eyes of those who are up above on the ladder of corporate leadership. You are wrong, Gordon. Your hard work means everything to me and to your passengers. It is the reason I haven't shut down the Wild Nor'Westers since the day my father opened the service. You are one of this railway's greatest legacies, and they will have to put me into the cold, hard ground before I scrap you or any of my family's fabulous engines. Your words mean a lot, sir, but ultimately, no amount of words can bring back any of my Doncaster brothers. They are all gone, except for one. Except for one? You mean there is another? Yes, Gordon, and he's come to see you himself. A very particular looking engine backed down onto the turntable. It had two giant tenders with the letters LNER and the numbers 4472 written on his tenders. The other engines were fascinated by the visitor's appearance, but Gordon let out a chorus of whistles and cheers as he instantly recognized the newcomer as the one and only Flying Scotsman. Well, I can't believe my eyes. Is that my little Doncaster brother Gordon? Scotty, my brother, we finally meet again after so many years. How are you, brother? I have been doing very well, brother. Thanks to Mr. Pegler, I have had a new lease on life, and I am ever so grateful. What about you? I almost didn't recognize you. Ah, yes, I've had quite the rebuild ever since Doncaster. New colour, new tender, new livery, lots of new things. Never as good as a Doncaster engineer's work, but still good nonetheless. Of course, I've heard you've had quite the few adventures on this railway, haven't you, little brother? Like that one I heard where Edward had to assist you up the hill, or the one where you fell into the ditch after refusing to take a train, or when you lost your dome trying to go 100 miles an hour. Right, that's quite enough. The two brothers were happier than ever to be reunited after such a long time. But Scotsman's arrival was quickly reaching the ears of many on Sodor and beyond. People, cameramen, news reporters, and enthusiasts alike came from all over Sodor and the mainland to see the two brothers, and not just people.
What's the fastest train you've ever pulled?
Did you truly hit 100 first?
What's Edinburgh like nowadays?
Everyone wanted to meet the famous engine, and to their delight, Scotsman was a very charming and friendly individual. He enjoyed the company of all the engine's steam and diesel. They also found out that he was a very hard worker, as Scotsman pulled a special enthusiast excursion from Knapford to Barrow every day for his stay on the railway. Everyone got along very well with Scotsman. That is, except for Henry. Henry jealously pushed Scots around the yards as he kept thinking about flying Scotsman. It isn't fair. Why does that flying crackpot get 2 tenders? He's retired. I'm still working my wheels off on this railway, yet I'm still stood here with 1. He's famous. He was the first. Or at least the second, I think. But even if he was the second, it's still a monumental feat. Going faster doesn't make him any more useful than the rest of us. I deserve a second tender just as much as he does. Duck then whispered something to Donald. You know, Henry, you're in luck. I know somewhere where there's a few spare tenders that no one uses. You? What business does a tank engine have with tenders? All right, deal's off. Donald, would you like some tenders? That sounds batty. I'd be glad to take 'em off your hands, but I'd hate to deprive you of the honor. Well, I'm only a tank engine, you see. I don't know much about tenders. Perhaps James would... All right, sorry for being rude to you, Duck. How many tenders are there? And when can I get them? There's 6. You can pick them up this evening if you wish, Henry. I'd be more than happy to. Henry peeped as he chuffed out of the yards. 6 lovely tenders. What a splendid sight I'll be for sure. That will show the other engines the sort of engine I am. Henry was excited. He daydreamed all day as he went about his day. 6 new tenders, 6 new tenders. What a lovely sight, what a lovely sight, he thought to himself. At last, the big moment finally came. All the engines gathered up around Tidmouth to see the sight. An engine with 6 tenders? That quacker better not be pulling my coupling. Oh, do be optimistic, little brother. Duck then trundled through the station and whistled long and loud to get everybody's attention. Ladies and gentle engines, I present to you the Flying Henry. Duck trundled up the line, and out from the station came Henry and his 6 tenders. Duck was right, there were indeed 6 tenders, but what he didn't tell Henry was that they were from the Kildane scrapyard, and they were filled to the brim with boiler sludge. As the engines erupted in laughter, Henry wheeshed out steam to at least try and hide himself, but it was too little too late. Had a good washout, Henry. You should get one. You'll feel a different engine afterwards. Henry couldn't quite tell, but he thought that the voice sounded like Gordon's. Henry made quick work of returning the old tenders exactly where they came from. Curse that duck, curse these tenders, and curse these wretched scrapyards. Nothing good comes from these wastelands. Though Henry left with a nasty impression of the scrapyards then after, something would happen later from the scrapyards that would be anything but wretched. But that's a story for a very distant day. Hey guys, the American AF here, and today I am ending the video, well, kind of ending the video with a after video message. I usually don't do these kinds of things, but I felt like this episode was an appropriate time because there are quite a few new things to this channel that I've been doing. The first, and probably the most obvious, is that I had a voice actor help me with this episode. Shoutouts to Andrew Liago, aka Thomas Former's Wars 101, who came on to voice Diesel, and I must say, Andrew, your voice for Diesel is excellent. He's a really funny guy, and I recommend to all of you that you go sub to his channel if you want to see more Thomas and Friends content. The second thing is, there is one last episode of Sodor the Retold and Untold Season 1. I'm working very hard to make sure that the first ever season of my very first series ends with a bang. So I'm making sure to take extra time to make sure that you guys truly enjoy the video. You know, I'd rather take time and make sure that I come out with an excellent product as opposed to rushing it, because I hate rushing. Although it is coming out soon, so don't worry. Something that you guys may also be noticing is that I've been doing a fair bit of TV style episodes lately. Well, there's really one main reason for that. You know, the passing of Britt Allcroft has affected me very, very greatly. It's affected a lot of us, and I know I've went into a video truly expressing how much I felt after that, but I feel like it is best to honor her memories by making a lot of TV style content, because the model series was truly the peak of Thomas and Friends, if I'm truly honest. Truthfully, the next few months are going to be quite a bit eventful for not just the community, but also for my channel. As you all know, the 80th anniversary of the Railway series is coming up very, very soon, and a lot of rumors and speculations are being made on what is going to happen and what's going to be released during the 80th anniversary. As far as what I have in store, well, I have something very, very special in store that I have wanted to do for years and years and years. I don't want to say what it is. Maybe I might leak it here and there to give you guys a taste of what's going to happen, but you guys are going to be very surprised with what it is when I am finally done making it. And just so you all know, it's something physical, not on my computer or in trains. So, needless to say, be on the lookout when the 80th anniversary of the show is here. So, with all that being said, those are all the updates I have for the channel, and I guess I'll see you guys. Wait a minute, this is a TV style episode. I think it's only appropriate that we end with the classic credit roll. Take it away, Thomas.